If you're like me, you bought the DJI Pocket 2 and you couldn't wait to use it. So as soon as I got mine, I started going out and testing it. As soon as I brought the footage back, I started looking at the files and I noticed there's an LRF file. What the heck is an LRF file? So what the heck is an LRF file? So I did a quick Google search and I found out LRF stands for low resolution file. Okay, what good does that do me? Why does DJI include that in their files? A little further research and I found out the LRF files are actually MP4 files. They're video files, so they're low resolution video files. Okay, so how can I use those? I don't know about you, but I don't have a beefy machine for video editing, so I kind of have to use what I have, my work laptop. Since I don't have a powerhouse machine for video editing, I end up using optimized media and proxy media a lot, which takes time to convert the files. So I thought, what if I could use the LRF files? So here's what I did. So here are some high resolution files that I took when I was out on a hike. As you can see, there is a .lrf file as well as the MP4 file. So let's just rename them. Let's rename the .lrf to .mp4. Okay, well that's a problem. Can't rename it because there's already a file with that name. So let's just create another folder and put all the .lrf files in that folder. We'll call it LRF. So right click, create folder, there, call it LRF. And as an example, I'll move this LRF file to the folder. I'll open up the folder, and then I'll rename the file here. You sure you want to change it? Yes. Look, it's a video file. Amazing. Okay, so solution. We can go in and we can change all of the LRF files to MP4s. Cool. It's going to take a while though. Maybe there's a faster way we can do this. So here's what we can do. We can create a batch file. A batch file is a series of Windows commands that do specific functions. In this case, we want to create a folder, move files to that folder, and then rename those files. I've included these commands in the description below. You can use these commands to create a batch file. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for anything that goes wrong with your machine if you use these commands. Proceed at your own risk. So here's the batch file I've created. It's called UseLRF. And if we edit it, you can see that it's just a text file. So let me tell you what this does. This line says if the LRF file doesn't exist, create it. The next line says, move all LRF files to the LRF folder. The next line says, change directories to the LRF folder. The final line says, rename all LRF files to .mp4 video files. So now when we execute this file, here's what it does. Pay attention. Open, and all the .lrf files are now located in the LRF directory. Why is this important? Why is this good? Because now is in a usable format for Davinci Resolve. Let's get there. So here we are in Davinci Resolve. We're going to add our files as we normally would to the project. So I'm going to hit Control-I. I'm going to go to our folder. I'm going to select all of the files that we're going to use for this project. Normally with Davinci Resolve, I have to go in and generate optimized media or proxy media. I would do that by going in and selecting generate proxy media, or I would go into the file media management and use that to transcode our files into a usable format. Instead, DJI has already provided the low resolution files for me, so I don't have to spend my time and processing power creating a low resolution file. So here's how you use it. You right click on any of these files that are MP4s and you go and you select change source folder, It'll ask you where do you want to change the folder to. From this normal file to, we're just going to point to our .lrf file. And now we hit change, and now it is pointing to the low resolution version of that file. So you can use this version to edit your videos. This is a great way to speed up your processing so that you don't have to spend your time converting high definition files to low resolution files. DJI has done this for you. This is a benefit. This is great. So there you have it. That is how you can use the .lrf files that DJI has created for you automatically in their great device, the Pocket 2. Use this to your advantage so that you can speed up your processing time so that you can edit your videos faster. My name is Dan. I hope this has helped. See you next time.